Oh yeah, we finally have our official trailer for Netflix's live-action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I wanted to do a video on that first teaser trailer, but I just didn't have the time. But now I do got time to talk about this one, and thank God, because this looks pretty good. Knock on wood. So this trailer starts off pretty much like the teaser did, with a voiceover from Monkey Atso.
The world needs the Avatar. It needs you, Aang.
He was Aang's mentor back in the day, but yeah, alright. I know the original source material, I have videos on the original source material, all of the entire franchise, including the Shyamalan movie. So yeah, I'm a fan of the original show, that's why I'm even making a video on this trailer. And just in case, I don't want to talk about spoilers for the original show when I talk about this new version. I know in my videos about the original show I have spoilers in there, but this is just how I'm gonna go about it, so just letting you know. If I do mention something that is not revealed in the trailers, trust me, it's just not that big of a deal, it's not that big of a spoiler. Like the fact that Monkey Atso was Aang's mentor, that's not a spoiler. Alright, so this trailer shows us a lot of snippets, a lot of stuff that I'm familiar with from the original show. I mean, of course you gotta have Katara and Sokka discovering the boy in the iceberg, Aang. That's like a classic moment, you can't screw that up, even Shyamalan knew that. I am kinda hoping that when Aang wakes up, he delivers that classic line, you know the one I'm talking about. I don't know if he will, but it'd be pretty great if he does. One of my things about this trailer though is that we see Fire Lord Ozai and Princess Azula briefly, and really those two characters don't come into play until like book 2, season 2 of the show. I mean, yeah, they do have appearances in season 1, book 1, however this is gonna go, but really it's the fact that they're on the poster. I feel like if this is gonna be book 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Ozai and Azula would not be on the poster. Cause really their roles in book 1 are not much more than just cameos. They're not in it that much, so the fact that they're on the poster here makes me think that their parts might be a bit bigger here in this first season, which would be a change, and yeah, that immediately has me at least a little bit skeptic. Cause again, the original show is such a masterpiece. It's a 10 out of 10 series, it really is. So any changes that this live action recreation might do immediately has me a little bit concerned, just automatically. And understandably, right? The fact that Azula and Ozai's parts might be bigger in this first part of the story, yeah, that is a change that does have me concerned. I'm like, I hope the showrunners and writers know what they're doing here, cause I don't know if they do. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but that's what happens when you have such a beloved original source material and you're making a live action remake of it. It's like The Lion King all over again. Let's hope this doesn't go the way of Disney. Although, of course, I gotta give all sorts of props to this trailer for showing us what we all really wanted to see and what we needed to see. And that is the fact that this recreation remembered the humor and the fun vibes that the original show is known for. Cause Sokka in this trailer has some pretty funny moments.
Right. There goes the savior of the world.
Alright, couple of things there though. One, the fact that, yeah, that's the air scooter bit from the original intro of the show. Love that they put that in there. But 2, yeah, Sokka's line is funny. And 3, the fact that he's eating a cabbage there, I noticed that and I was like, yeah, my cabbages! But then with Sokka's moment later when they're flying on Appa,
You have me, Tara, and a flying ball of fur. What more do you need?
it was that moment really that made me go, okay, yeah, they know how to capture the vibe that the original show had. Cause I like this moment a lot, and this actor, I think his name is Ian Owsley, he looks like he's gonna be a great Sokka. He looks the part, and he looks like he's got that swanky vibe down that Sokka has where he's kind of full of himself. He is the comic relief, but like I said in my videos on the original show, he is more than that. But what can I say? He is supposed to be the funny one. Well, him and Aang. But just for the sake of this trailer, he does have some funny moments, and that was a huge sigh of relief from me. We got Prince Zuko and his uncle Iroh. Again, since they're among the best characters in the entire show, I am so looking forward to seeing their story arc in live action. Cause really, I mean, all the characters in the original show have their moments that made me go, yeah, they're the best. But when I think of the most important characters in the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the first ones that come to mind are Zuko and Iroh. They are the most layered. It's like they're ogres. So just now that we're gonna see that in this new cinematic-ish quality, plus Iroh is played by Carson Teva from the Disney Plus Star Wars shows. He's a good actor, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I really can't wait. And then we see more snippets, like we get June on her mole thing that's blind but has a really good sense of smell. Jet's gonna be in the show, he's a badass. Are we gonna get his crew too? There's one shot where we see the Fire Nation approaching a village, and those women we see on the right side of the frame, I was like, holy shit, those are the Kyoshi Warriors. I love the Kyoshi Warriors. I can't wait to see them in this show. We saw Suki in the teaser trailer. Suki's awesome. So I'm glad that this show is doing the whole Kyoshi Warriors thing, because that is one of the best episodes in book 1, in my opinion. But then we see this one Fire Nation guy. At first I was like, I don't know who that's supposed to be. But then after thinking about it for a second, I was like, oh, is that supposed to be Admiral Zhao? Yeah, Admiral Zhao's a pretty big player in book 1. In fact, I think it should be him on the poster for this first season rather than Ozai, because he is more prominent than the Fire Lord, at least in book 1. Just saying. This is really just me going through this trailer and being like, oh, I know what that is, I know what that is, I know what that is. I don't apologize for that. What else did you expect from this video? We got the Blue Spirit. Yeah, that mask is completely accurate to how it was in the original show. The Earth King of Omashu. I love that episode, because that character is he's the best, right? And among all the snippets we get stuff where I'm like, yeah, that's obviously going to be the first episode. Like Aang fighting at the Southern Water Tribe against the Fire Nation. Yeah, that's the first couple episodes of the original show. That's probably going to be the first episode of this show. But then at the very end of this trailer, the last thing we see is Aang going into the Avatar state. Which, yeah, I guess he does do that in book 1, but the Avatar state is not really explained until book 2. So again, it does look like this live-action recreation of Avatar: The Last Airbender might do some blurring of the original seasons of the original show. To be clear, I'm not completely against doing that if it's in the best interest of telling the story to its fullest. Yeah, it might be a change from the original show, but if it serves the story, I'm okay with that. I guess they're trying to tell one big cohesive story with all the elements from the story of the original show. So that includes Ozai and Azula. That includes the Avatar state. It's still the basic story and premise of Book 1 Water, but you know, it will feature more of the larger world, more of the characters of the Fire Nation and the Earth Kingdom and yada yada yada. So if that serves the world building and the story, then cool, I'm okay with that. I mean, this show is probably not going to be as good as the original, simply based off nostalgia at this point, but I really do get the feeling that the showrunners want to do the fans justice. They know the high regard to which the fans hold the original source material, and they know how badly M. Night Shyamalan messed it up. So yeah, they had to be like, we are not gonna repeat that. We gotta do right by the fans. And I know the original creators were initially involved with the show, but they left due to creative differences, which yeah, that set a lot of people on edge as well. But then again, those same creators did think that Legend of Korra was a good idea, so maybe that's a good thing. Whew. That's just my opinion. I was not the biggest fan of that show. But of course, I gotta know what you think about this. So the official trailer for the Netflix live-action recreation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you watched it? Of course you have, because it's #1 trending on YouTube. What are your thoughts on it? Oh my god. Are you looking forward to this? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Peace!